Secret
Carper?
Carper. I was going to say camper, but it's definitely Carper.
Carper. Yeah, there's big fish there.
Ian, say a few more hellos before we crack on. There's Emily. Good evening. Steve is in.
Oh, look, and there's Lex. She says, you were in Bristol.
Yes.
We were, and now we're here.
We do have a haul, Steve.
By the magic of technology.
Hi, Zahir. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Zahir.
And yeah, Lex was there. It was great to catch up with Lex.
Daisy says, here to witness the hangovers. We haven't got a hangover. We're just tired.
Just, yeah, really worn out. I mean, we did partake in a few drinks, but we weren't hungover. Just like when the alarm went off this morning, it was like, seriously.
We didn't go mad though. We just
yeah, it was nice. I'll tell you what was nice about it. It felt like, I mean, we did talk about the whole pandemic and what's happened for the last year, but in the main, it was just nice to relax.
Yeah,
and feel kind of
normal, yeah.
Just
spend time with people.
Yeah, went to the pub and didn't have to really wear masks, which was nice.
We kind of did, and then we realised that nobody else was. So, there weren't many people in there, to be fair. So we didn't.
It was good. It was nice to get away, go somewhere different, chill out, catch up with people.
Yeah, it was just nice to have a break away, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. Going to be watching live today, which happens to be my birthday. Oh, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations. Happy birthday. And Kevin and Nia. Right, okay, I'm going to whiz to the end.
I think Santa's in.
Santa.
Live from the North Pole.
I don't know if that's the Maria we met at the weekend. Marie, that was. Yes, that's right. Sorry. Apologies. Hi, Santa. Okay, right. Hello, everyone. I'm whizzing to the end. Sorry if I haven't said hello. We'll be here all day. So we did get a haul. And also, I had a rummage around in Carla's loft, which isn't a euphemism.
Oh, I think that we had issues with our internet before. I did notice the little Wi-Fi sign had come up, but it seems to have sorted itself out now. Sorry if the picture was a bit weird.
Were we doing weird things?
Yeah.
Oh, your video is normal now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, so as well as going to this yard sale that we stumbled across and a boot sale this morning, I had a rummage in Carla's loft, which is not a euphemism. Not a euphemism. Nothing untoward happened in the loft.
Although you were gone a long time.
Well, what can I say? So we'll share some of the bits and bobs. Carla had a load of stuff that she wasn't going to deal with and didn't want to deal with, and she offered it to me, so we did a deal on some stuff, so I can share some of that as well. Where do you want to start? The yard sale bits?
Oh, I don't mind. Shall I?
Yeah, we can do yard sale bits. So yeah, we were literally driving along a road trying to find a Boots chemist, and there was a sign and some people stood in a garden, and we were like, okay, slam on the brakes, we're going to that. And they had a table. We did try and film. I have no idea what will come out. They had a table where the lady said to us, this table's all 50p, this table's all £1, the stuff on the floor we'll give you prices on. So I found a load of stuff from the 50p table. I need to find out that there wasn't a 50p table, really.
Well, there was, but some of the stuff was at 50p.
What's the point in telling us that's all 50p? It was a bit odd. So what did I grab? I grabbed an iPod for 50p. I haven't attempted to charge it, but it does come with a charger.
It's not an official one.
It's not, is it?
No.
So it's an aftermarket charger. Tell you what, I'll plug it in and it can charge while we're sat here. And it can explode. So that was good. That was a nice little bargain. That was sat underneath the table in a rummage box of wires. Always checking the rummage boxes. Okay, plug that in.
Definitely.
Is it doing
hi, Sharon.
Oh, it's charging. It's charging.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, it's come straight on. Oh, let's have a look. Where's
is it not working?
It's not.
It might not be working.
It's not scrolling.
But worth taking a chance for 50p, wasn't it?
We'll leave that to charge, see what happens. I picked up some Sony headphones.
Again, not tested.
For 50 pence. And this was quite random. This is a tiny portable telly,
Oh yeah.
which you actually pointed
Yeah.
out.
Wasn't 50p. It was £1.
On the 50p table, but it was £1.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. I've actually looked at these, and
Oh, so here said, is the hold switch on?
where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh. Yep. Hold switch was on.
Oh, scrolling now. Thanks, Sahir.
I would have figured that out eventually. Yeah, seems to be doing its thing. So I could pop the headphones in it and see what's going on. Do you want to try and get that out of there? And we'll show. Yeah, this TV, it's worth about £15 plus shipping, really. But so it's not amazing, but I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it's just very retro, isn't it?
It's a cheapy thing. There you go. Have a look at that for a second. I'm just going to plug these in.
Okay.
So yeah, I grabbed it. Pound into 15 plus shipping. It's not amazing, but you know, can't complain.
No.
It looked really good
No.
condition inside, like it had barely been used.
Yeah.
Things are still wrapped up.
No, I'm going to need assistance to get this
Oh,
out.
you're
of the
getting
box.
actually out.
Well, I don't know. Do you want me to?
Up to you. What the?
You look like a Cyberman.
This bit's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, you do look like a Cyberman.
Is that right?
There must be some way of adjusting it.
No?
Oh.
What's...
Yeah, but surely they'd slip down. Unless you've got a massive head.
I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to see if the iPod's kicking out any music. Right. Play. Plug that in there.
Yeah. I'm moving away from you in case you electrocute yourself.
90s music.
Oh,
Oh,
it's loud.
that's loud.
Yeah. Let's turn that off now.
That works, and I'm now deaf.
Yeah. Lex says Nick does have a teeny tiny head though.
Do I?
Right, are we getting this out or not?
Can do. So yeah,
Yeah,
iPod
that works.
working
So
at
does the
50p.
headphones.
Sony headphones working at 50p. But what's that all about? They're odd. Are we getting this out?
Oh,
Let's do it.
Johnny 40 Coat says for wearing with a hat like a sports broadcaster.
Do you think? Why are we doing this? What are we
I don't know.
doing?
What are we doing?
Let's just. There you go. It's in there,
It's in there. There's a telly.
and it looks like this. Yeah, odd purchase really, but I own it now.
Yeah, so here it says amazing bargains there for 50p. Well, the telly was £1.
But it was on
But it
the
was still a bargain.
it was on the 50p table.
It was still a bargain.
Right.
So
And what
I've
did
got
you get?
loads of breakables, which are all wrapped. So what did we get? Oh, we got a free mask with our purchase.
Oh yeah. They bagged
random.
up all the stuff and then just said, "Yeah, freebie." And we got a mask. 2 masks. There's 2 in there.
Yeah. I got a set of coloured glasses, which on one of them had a sticker on the bottom and it just said foreign, but they were really pretty.
The colour's
They're
not
like-
showing up.
No, they're sort of
Oh,
they're
no.
all different colours.
This one's purple, but it's not really showing.
That one's blue.
Orangey red. They remind me of the Coke ones.
Yeah. Greeny black. Not sure.
So do you think these have got age? Or?
Well, they've definitely got age, but I just thought they were pretty. So they weren't charging a lot from all of these things. So
I like these. I think they're good.
I think they're really nice.
We could
There's
even
a
keep
green
those.
one.
I would quite happily keep those
Yeah?
if there's not much value in them, because I think,
Okie dokie.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything we bought came to £12.
Yeah. Including all of that and this. And then I bought 2 mugs and they say Czechoslovakia on the bottom.
Oh, and they had some vinyl on the
These are decent mug size. These are for vintage mugs. But yeah, so one like that. I think the other one's the same.
Hi Antiques, by the way. Made for someone with a giant head.
2 Czechoslovakian mugs.
State of the art TV, yeah. Yeah, about 20 years ago.
I might have to pass these to you because I've got nowhere to put these.
Mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also had, on the 50p table, they had a bunch of vinyl, but it had been raining and they'd put them all on the floor and they'd all soaked the water up into the sleeves, didn't they?
Yeah.
But I found there was a sealed, somewhere, I've got it here. There was a sealed Faith No More LP. But it had still, even though it was sealed, it had managed to, where the seal was split on the corners, it had, water had got in. So I actually unsealed it. I didn't want that water to get even worse, if you know what I mean. I wanted, so I unsealed it. Maybe I was stupid to do so.
Then I can't remember how many of these glasses. It might have been 3 or 4 of these. These are Luminarc glasses.
Here we go.
So I've got a set of those.
Shall I quickly show this?
Yeah.
So that's the Faith No More LP, which was 50 pence. I think it's 80s, late 80s. Yeah, 89. So awesome item. No idea on the value. And it was still sealed, but it's got damp corners where the water was getting in through the splits in the seal. Anyway, 50p. Always going to grab that. It's actually got one of these little cuts in it. So it was sold as part of a sale or a non-returnable deal. That's that.
And then there's probably not a lot of value in these, but I do have a set of bowls for myself in the Arca-Rock smoked glass. So there were, I think there might have been 5 of these cups and 5 matching saucers.
Did you get any jugs?
I don't think I did. So yeah, these are Arca-Rock France. So I got, I think it was a set of 5, and also came with a set of side plates, which I actually might keep definitely, because as I said, I've got a set of bowls like that, so it might be nice to sort of have that as a set.
Yep.
The plan is that when we move house eventually, I want to have like open shelving in the kitchen, so I want something nice and vintage to display. So
dust magnets, you mean? Dave reckons.
I love how negative you are.
Dave reckons new CRTs go for stupid money. I don't know if it's new in the box.
I don't know. We'll have to get it out.
We'll have to unpack it and have a look.
So I won't unwrap all of those, but yeah, there were 5 of those.
Where am I putting all of this?
I don't know. And I think that was it for the glass. Oh, there is a bag somewhere, isn't there? It's down here.
Hang on, I'm going to have to rearrange because I have no space.
Yeah, this made Josh a little bit envious because
Josh collects Pyrex. He was telling me all about it this morning.
A Pyrex flan dish, I suppose. Yeah, flan dish. With its original packaging. I think it's been used. It's just they stored it with its original packaging. So,
yeah. Hi, Michelle.
So that was quite cool. And then also
Nicola likes your glasses.
A brand new Luminarc glass bowl that's still in its original packaging. It's never been unsealed. So that was quite cool. Hi,
Gary. Julie's in.
So it looks like an ashtray, but there isn't. Oh no, hang on. It is an ashtray. It is an ashtray.
Oh yeah, it's got the little dents. Yeah. It's got the little nicks.
Yeah.
It's unusual to see Luminarc sealed though,
yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, definitely.
Andy's a big Faith No More fan. Yeah, I was into Faith No More around Angel Dust when they were huge. And then their later album with that police woodcut picture on the cover. What on earth was that called? Around the time Ashes to Ashes, was it? Oh, crumbs. I'm terrible with song titles a lot of the time. But yeah, Faith No More, epic band. Epic band. See what I did there? Epic. Andy will know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, Carla's in. There you go. Great to see you. Thanks for inviting us down. It was fun.
What did Steve do at the train station?
Hope I didn't. Oh, hang on. Hope I didn't embarrass you too much at the train station. What was that? I don't know what happened. We were following Carla to the boot sale this morning, and we knew which car to follow because there was a Macca Packer shaped silhouette in the middle, which was Steve with his headphones on. Oh, I won't put back up. So his head was like that.
I don't know what happened, but Lex says, I think you embarrassed yourself more. Don't know what you did. What did you do, Steve? Oh, I don't know if that's Lex just joking. Maybe.
Maybe.
Paul wants to know, how come you get the James Bond baddie chair?
I have offered for Andrea to sit in this.
Yeah, I don't mind sitting on this. It's fine.
This is my new fancy chair. Have you seen it? Hi, Antoinette.
Yeah, Steve's got a channel. Did you know? You should all go over and subscribe to Steve's channel because it's very good.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hello, Hannah. Rich is in. Hi, Rich.
No, we didn't go to Cheddar.
No, we just went to the one. I can't remember what it's called. Indoor in the barns.
Easter Compton.
If you like. Don't know. What's this here? Went to the charity shop yesterday and found a first edition Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I think it's a second print. One sold on eBay for 190 today.
Wow.
Paid £1. Decided to keep it. Wow. Well, it won't go down in value. I wouldn't imagine. So nice find.
Yeah.
Please, could you answer my question and tell me about your postage procedure, please? Do you use tracking, second class or first class post? We have an online Royal Mail business account, which is connected to a click and drop account. So everything goes Royal Mail 48, which is all tracked. I hope that made sense. Yes, Royal Mail, it's all tracked. And then for bigger things, we use a combination of UPS, Hermes, Parcel Force.
Yeah.
But 90% of our stuff goes through our Royal Mail account. So that's what we do. Thank you, Matthew. Glad you enjoy them. Okay, here we go. Steve was shouting over the railway platforms about mine and Alexa's YouTube channels. Wow. Excellent. Real world promotion. Okay.
Lex says, and people were like, oh my God, it's Steve off the telly.
It's the bearded guy with the hat. Look. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Bit of self-promotion. Can't beat it. So is that all we found at the yard sale?
That was all the yard sale stuff. Yeah.
There you go. And remember, Carla, they're doing it again next Saturday because they're moving out and they're clearing their house is what they told us. So there'll be loads more stuff. Get down there next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I wasn't sure if I already own this. Shall I check and see if it's in my record box?
You could do.
I found this morning for £1. It's in lovely condition. This is Alison Moyer Rain Dancing. So this is going to be late 80s. I'm thinking 87. 87. Yeah. Amazing artist, amazing voice. I'm going to check, see if I've already bought it. I couldn't remember which ones I have, but for £1, I'll take a chance. Now, is it this box?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, I can't open them.
There's two down there.
These my LPs.
Yeah.
No, that's my Erasure 12-inch singles box.
Oh. Hi, Deb.
That's so heavy. Right, should be in here. We have.
Well, Aaron likes your top. Aaron likes your top, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Oh, well.
I wasn't sure, but as I said, at £1, it's coming home with me. I think that the one I picked up is in better condition sleeve-wise. I don't know. That one's pretty nice. Oh, well. I only have 2 of her LPs. The other one I have is the famous Alf.
Oh, well. Never mind.
Oh, well.
Matthew says to me, thanks for showing you his Depeche Mode and Erasure vinyls on Instagram. Do you remember that? I showed you pictures of his.
Oh,
Depeche
yes. Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I guess I'll put it up for sale.
Yeah.
But it has very little value because it's sold in such vast numbers in the 80s.
Oh, well. It wasn't exactly breaking the bank, was it?
Well, I'd rather, if I'm unsure if I've got something, if it's cheap, I'd rather grab it than not pick it up and get home and go, I didn't have that in the collection. I miss. But what I need to do is get a little mini database on my phone of what I need for the few bands and artists I'm collecting on vinyl, because it's got to a point with them. I've got so much. It's easier to write down what I need in a little mini database.
Yeah.
So I need to do that.
Yes. I only bought one thing this morning. I bought a lampshade. Looks like that.
We still have a massive one similar to this.
We do.
That's like this
I keep putting it
size.
off listing it because it's very worn and very faded.
Well, perhaps we need to just get rid
I
of
think we probably do.
Okay.
It wasn't one that we bought ourselves. It came in that big job lot of stuff, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of it then, because it's going to be a packaging nightmare. Hi, Stephen. Love the videos. Fantastic. Just wondering whether you find there is much value in selling DVDs. It's difficult these days to make money on DVDs. You have to be very selective. There is still money in it, but most DVDs are hardly worth the effort. If you look in our shop and you see in our picking orders videos, most aren't really worth a lot of money.
Value.
Some are. It's like anything. There's no easy answer to that question.
Yeah,
it's
but
a case
you pay
of
hardly anything for them.
Yeah,
and it's something that you enjoy doing, so that's why.
Yeah, but if you're prepared to put the work in and learn what to look for, there's still money in it. Same with CDs, but it's most don't have any value, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've got a super chat from Deb. She says, how are you feeling today, Nick and Andrea? Hope you're well. It's raining here just outside Boston, Massachusetts.
It's raining here. Yeah, well, it was.
It keeps trying and going away again.
It's very stormy.
Yeah, I think it's going to belt it down in a minute.
As for how we're feeling, I'm feeling exhausted.
Just tired.
It was, as with a lot of, you go away to see friends for a weekend, there's a lot going on, and we didn't sleep a great deal. So we now need the week off to catch up. Yeah. Anne Cooper. Hi, Nick. My brother went to school with Alison and with Depeche Mode. Really? So Alison Moyet. Wow. So that would have been in Basildon, I'm guessing. Excellent. Yeah, they all grew up in Basildon, which is a town just outside London. Excellent.
Yes, I do list my stuff on Etsy, Sean.
Yeah. I've still not dabbled in Etsy. I keep threatening to get involved with Etsy. It will happen one day.
Lisa says the weather's been super hot here in Ireland, 30 degrees plus, not used to it, but not complaining. That's what it was like for us last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a heat wave last week and it was so close. And we've had thunderstorms, but it hasn't kind of cleared that really muggy feeling.
Yeah, I think we're due another one, to be honest.
I think it's going to tip it down tonight. Hopefully that'll freshen things up a bit.
Yeah. Oh, Jean has that lampshade.
Lampshade with disguised the headphones.
No, I haven't really looked it up yet. It was, I don't know how much I paid for it, £2, I think. So I thought, oh, worth taking a chance.
It's very hot in Marseille. Okay, Let me try and get to the end of the chat. Had a sunny day up north.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Oh, it's just jumped. It's just jumped to the end. I don't know what I've missed. Oh, not a lot.
No, there's Heather.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah, same Heather.
Yeah.
We are shattered,
Yeah.
but not complaining. It was fun.
It was really good.
So your lampshade was from the boot sale, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was from the boot sale today.
What else did we get at the boot sale? Oh, I found this. Where was that? That was in a charity shop.
Yes. We've
So
done a whole lot this weekend, haven't we?
yeah, we did pop in. We only went to one charity shop near a pub we were in, and all I came out with was talking about some Moye and Vince Clarke, a Yazoo 7-inch that I don't own, The Other Side of Love. Pretty nice condition.
Craig's not sure if he's awake. I'll tell you what, Nick went upstairs to go and have a nap, and I fell asleep on the sofa. I was so deeply asleep. I was woken up by Ellen telling me that somebody was at the door, and I opened the door, and I just, you know, when you're so deeply asleep and you can't quite wake up and you just still feel like you're asleep. So I opened the door, and she's like, "Oh, I think you've got a parcel for me," and I could tell by the look on her face that she was just like, "You're being a bit weird." So I told her why I was like really just out of it, and she was fine. She laughed, but it was just all a bit strange. It was very surreal. I went from being deeply in a dream to answering the door to our neighbour. Very strange.
Okay, let's dip into the stuff that I got from Carla. Let's do a bit of that, shall we?
Yeah, so that was quite funny because you bought all that stuff down, and there was a fair amount of vintage stuff that Carla had acquired from someone.
Yep.
And I thought that Josh was going to take it.
Josh did take it.
Well, some of it. We took
some.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought Josh was going to take the lot of it, and you were going to take the Airfix stuff. And also, you know, got loads of stock, so I was like, no, it's fine, you know, Josh takes it. I don't need any stock. And then you were like, I'm gonna have that and that. So we started like looking at stuff.
What should we start here?
We ended up making an offer on stuff. All of a sudden we were buying stuff from Carla.
Oh, I was given loads of Scrabble tiles as well, so we've got loads of spare Scrabble bits in there, which are cool, so thank you for that. And then I liked this. I don't know if Susan's in. Susan's big into postcards. I'm fresh. Pity I'm sterilised.
I think Susan's given you a wide berth, isn't she, after you...
I've spoken to Susan today already. I think I might be forgiven.
Jack of all trades says, it feels like COVID is over as Nick and Andrea are at boot sales. I wish it was, but it's sadly not.
And then these, I really like these. There was two. Was there two?
Ellie's asking how I decide what to put on Etsy or eBay. I get this question a lot. I just put the same things on both. I cross list. I don't decide this is for Etsy, that's for eBay. I just put them on both and see what sells first. In
case you're not aware, to be eligible to be sold on Etsy, it has to be 20 years old.
Yeah.
Or
which is 2000 at the moment is 2002 and before.
So this is a cloth map of Holland, Belgium, France and Germany. And we think it's wartime period because there's red lines on it, which are the fronts. Didn't we find them? Were there two of these maps as well, or was there just one?
I think, I saw two because we were matching them up.
So these we think are the fronts, as in the fronts at the war, you know, the disputed point. So I think those are really nice. I've sold wartime maps before, on and off over the years. They can be quite valuable, so I've no idea on this, but
yeah, Heather was hang on, clicked on the wrong one. Heather was a fan of the maps.
Yeah, they're lovely and really nice to touch. I don't know what they're made of. I think Heather was suggesting were they silk. I don't know.
I don't think they are. They don't feel like silk.
I scoured them for a date, but I can't see them. But if they are the fronts, that makes it 39 to 45, somewhere within the wall, right?
Okay.
Which
so Deb
is awesome.
says they used to give those cloth maps to pilots who might get shot down over those areas.
Okay, yeah, that's a possibility.
And Julie says that wartime maps were made of silk.
Okay.
But it doesn't feel like silk.
Well, it is really soft. It's really thin.
Linen? I don't know if it's linen. It doesn't feel like that either.
No, it's.
I don't know. I mean, possibly silk.
I would say more like silk than linen.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, so we need to do some research. If anyone has any information, pop it in the comments below if you're watching after the fact. Yeah, love those. I say those because I thought there were two.
Yeah, there were two. We might have left one behind.
Oh, okay. We have one here.
Maybe Josh has got one and we've got one.
Yeah. There was some coins. What was this one? Was this the 5 shillings in a little presentation box?
Yeah.
With, is it Edward on the back?
Yeah, you might have ended up with one, Josh. I'm not sure because I don't know where the other one went.
I don't know. Did it end up in one of your boxes?
Might have done.
Okay. In a tiny presentation box. Don't know much about that.
So Linda, this might be a good keyword. Linda says could be escape maps.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hmm.
We just need to get researching and find similar items that are sold and work from there. But yeah, they're nice.
Oh, look, Heather says.
Oh.
Oh yeah, hang on. Heather says I'd buy those off you, Nick. I wasn't fast enough yesterday, and I have a big scarf collection.
Yeah, but they're not scarves, are they?
No, not really. I don't.
Oh.
Anyway.
I don't know.
This was a gift from Carla. It's really cool.
Yeah, you were thinking that could go up here somewhere.
Yeah, or I don't know if we could maybe get it in the background somewhere.
Yeah, I could do that quite easily. Now, I liked this. I think we were looking it up at the time and there wasn't a great deal of value in them. Or did Carla say that maybe this particular one that might have been a pirate was a little bit more sought after? Anyway, it's a pipe in a funky little case. Look at that.
Mm.
So with a little clasp on it. And it has a head.
Oh, hang on. I'm seeing more information here. So Old Man Sam says often made of silk and could be worn as a scarf to hide its purpose.
Oh.
I see.
But it's double-sided, so it would be very obvious that it was a map because it's got the map print on both sides. I'm not sure about that.
Mandy's got her dad's wartime map.
Maybe that's what it was.
And Aid V&W Co says silk maps were specialised, such as SOE, escape kits, etc. Cloth maps used by RAF, General Aircrew Kit.
See, I would err towards it's an RAF one. That would make more sense to me, but I don't know. So yeah, keep the info coming, and we will do our research.
And Joanne says you could ask a war museum if they want them.
Potentially, but we will probably resell them.
Josh has been researching and says the map you have has sold on bids for £65.
Wow, really?
Paul Terry says he's seen maps like that sell for about 75.
Awesome. Oh, I was also given this. Is Susan in?
We're gonna get this framed.
Is Lainey? There's an ongoing joke about me and Nick Berry. Do you remember Nick Berry from EastEnders? And then
Every loser wins.
stop it. And then he did Heartbeat. And then I didn't even remember this. He did Harbour Lights.
Yeah, we realised this was at a time where we weren't watching a lot of telly, late 90s.
And I it's just an ongoing joke that I have an issue with Nick Berry and his annoying song "Every Loser Wins." So yeah, I've been given a postcard of Nick Berry. It was from Susan and Lainey and those, wasn't it? Or Susan in particular. Thanks.
But then we Googled Nick Berry, didn't we? And he looks like Santa now.
He does.
He does.
He's got a very, very big white beard.
And lots of white hair. Anyway, Josh is in with the information. 1943, World War II Airman's Silk Escape Map scarf, double-sided, 43C, 43D, Europe, 64.99.
43C.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember that.
Well, you'll have to refer back to that.
There's a tiny little manicure kit in here as well.
And yes, Paul,
nice.
it is. Yeah.
What's that?
One of them.
Meerschaum.
Yeah.
Was it branded as that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well spotted. The case is cool. It's all soft.
Yeah, it's velvety, isn't it?
So, yes, that was the pipe. It looks ghostly. Look at that.
Yeah. Tandor says maps could be made from rayon acetate.
Okay. Oh, and then this little wooden box is really cool. I like that. It's got a lot of age to it. It's a very basic thing, but if you look at the jointing, get a better shot. You can see that the dovetails on it are really nice, really nicely done. Oh, there you go.
It's really nice. Josh passed that to me and said, "Oh, you'll like this, Andrea." He was right. It's really lovely.
It's got a lot of wear and a lot of age to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like a little love heart thing there.
Yeah.
Just a little handy.
It's really nice.
What would you use that for? Carrying? No.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Anything, I suppose. It's the type of thing you'd keep in a cupboard and keep smaller bits and bobs in.
Yeah.
But
we both really like that.
Scrolling down, and Aid says silk were small, used as they could be rolled, folded, very small to be hidden.
Yeah. This is pretty huge, actually. So I think we're going with what Josh was saying, an Airman's one.
Does the pipe have a sterling silver collar?
Does the pipe have a sterling silver collar?
And Carla says yes. It's a Turkish, however you pronounce that.
Meerschaum.
Yeah.
There's no.
We looked it up last night.
There's no silver collar. Not that I can see. There's no.
Oh, Josh is going to send that to you on WhatsApp. Oh, and we have a super chat from Gadget Man who says, "Why do people sell stuff for pence if it's worth pounds?" Well, that's a very good question, and I have no answer for it.
I don't know. Maybe it's they don't know how to research it, or sometimes you'll see that if stuff's listed on auction, you run the risk of selling it way below what potentially it's worth. We tend to look stuff up, so we have an idea of what it's worth before listing it, and 99% of our stuff is done by it now. But yeah.
So Aid says yours is an aircrew map. If it's genuine, date can be roughly dated from the front position.
Well, we reckon Josh
so
had
Josh
that info.
Has got that. And then also Aid says that's probably cutlery. I did think cutlery, but I mean, you could use it for anything, couldn't you?
It's quite big for cutlery.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something you'd put in a drawer, definitely. But back in the day, it may well have been used for cutlery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the reason why Carla sold it to us, because she, when you buy something, you don't love it and you don't want to list it. And that was kind of how it was with Carla. So,
yeah, and I'm super excited about this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah, we both are.
Win-win, really.
And yeah, I would have sat in a loft for years. So
the rest of it, I think pretty much all of it. The rest of it were.
It could be a tool tray as well. It could be used. It's multifunctional, I think, Sean. It could be used for anything.
The rest of it
and
is
Coin 1951 Festival of Britain Crown 5 shilling piece, very common.
okay. Yeah, so that was this one. It is in a Festival of Britain little pouch thing.
Yeah, people are saying cutlery tray. Could be a cutlery tray, but like I say, multifunctional. These days, you probably wouldn't use it as a cutlery tray.
Yeah,
So, I mean, yeah, it's a good keyword to use.
that's what it would be referred to as.
Yeah, yeah.
So the rest of it is pretty much all figures. So these are made by, there's a couple of different brands in here. Oh, Academy.
Andrew's just saying thank you for the Resident Evil game.
Oh, no problem. Hope you enjoy it. Academy. So these are like a little plastic model kit. There's all sorts of bits and bobs in there. Similarly, this is a similar thing made by Tamiya. So you've got like battlefield, wire, etc.
I'm sorry, that just made
What?
me laugh.
My butler brings mine to the table in one just like it. Wow, excellent. Good for you. And there's this brand. Italeri. How would you say that? Italeri. It's Italian, I'm guessing. It's because of the colours as well. I think most of the boxed ones are unstarted. So on the sprues.
Oh, Susan says
What?
that Nick Berry postcard was not from me.
Hang on, were we told that it was from
Laney? No, I think it might have been Laney.
I thought it came from you, Susan. Apologies. Yeah, so these are, as you can see,
His store with all the information. It's a servant's trug.
it's a servant's trug.
Thank you, store.
I think of trugs as gardening. You go and put your vegetables in it. We had a trug when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, my mum and dad still do.
You probably wouldn't use that in the garden. It would get ruined.
Well, maybe you would.
Well, you might keep it in the shed, but
You could put your small fruit and stuff in that, or your small veg. Maybe trugs.
Yeah, and some people are saying shoe polish. Yeah, could be used for that. Oh, as I say, multi-purpose.
You can use it for whatever works for you. Yeah.
Yeah, look. Store's got a fancy spanner now.
Ooh. How did Stool get a spanner?
See, he hadn't even noticed.
Yes, use it wisely.
And I don't know, how do you pronounce that? Flechone?
That'll do.
Yeah, Fletch one. I don't know. It's called a butler's tray. Okay, so that's good.
We've got all the keywords now for that one.
And Store can put his spanner in the trug. You can do.
So another Italeri. Some of them are new and sealed. I love when you get the old price tags on there.
Yeah.
$3.75.
And Sherry used to, we used the tray to carry silverware from pantry to formal dining rooms at Bellamy's restaurant in New Zealand Parliament in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Excellent. Yeah, some of these don't have much age at all, really, in the grand scheme of things. This is 2002. So some of this is much more vintage. I think this one is very similar to a couple that I had recently, which are way earlier. I think these are more 80s. See if it's dated. No, can't find a date on it. But that's an actual Airfix. There's very few Airfix. That might even be the only one.
You guys are cracking me up. It's called a wooden tray, okay?
All right, put that down in your keywords list.
Oh, here's another one. Chop, chop, busy, busy, work, work, bang, bang. It's a rabbi's toolbox. Utensil to the left, tips in the right.
Okay.
Right. I'm sorry I read that out. If any complaints, go to a chop, chop, busy, busy, work, work, bang, bang. I should have read it before I read it out. If I'm sorry if that offended anybody.
Is that offensive?
I don't know, but just in case, I'm really
I don't
sorry
know.
if that offended anybody.
I think you're fine. Anyway, so there's a bunch of
The trug is for Susan to put her nickberry.
well, if yeah, that's not better.
Okay, Andy says about a tenner on those Italo. No, I can't pronounce that.
Italy.
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 I don't know.
I don't know. I like these. These are little cannon. And these are metal figures.
Oh, look, Stoll said he was pleased to see that we were all having a great time, but sad they couldn't be there. We were sad you couldn't be there too.
Yeah, it was a shame we didn't get to meet you in person. That would have been fun. Yeah, these are quite nice. There's 3 or 4 of those. Don't know much about them. Look at that one. This reminds me of, do you remember the Royal Tournament? They still do it, and they race, and they drag one of these around the arena. Do you remember that on the telly? It
Yes,
used to be
the Royal. Yes, I told you
Royal
I went
Tournament.
to the Royal Tournament. Saw
Oh,
the
you
Queen
went?
Mother.
Yeah.
John Hodges says Italieri.
Italieri.
Thank you,
Italieri? Oh.
John. Italieri.
Okay, so that is Italieri. That's what we're going with now.
Yeah, the gun run. Yes.
The gun run. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they set up the ropes and they take this thing apart. Well, it's not exactly like this, but it's similar.
Yeah.
And they take it all apart.
Do they even do the Royal Tournament?
It's more like that. It's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, I think they do. I
Yeah.
saw somebody, there was an American guy that I watch who does reaction videos, and he was watching the Royal Tournament. I don't know if they still run it, but it didn't look like it was a really old footage, you know?
Sorry, Lainey. We accused Susan of sending the Nick Berry postcard, but I think it was you, really, wasn't it?
Did you send this through, Lainey? I'm not sure where it came from now. But yeah, in the Royal Tournament, I think it's more like that sort of gun, isn't it? And they take it all apart, and they had to do a course, get it over a wall, through a hole in a wall.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch live.
And they do it all in like a couple of minutes.
I've never been that interested on the telly, but when I was there, it was fascinating.
I can imagine as a
Yeah.
spectacle, that would be something else. So yeah, those are really nice. Oh, and these were interesting.
Oh no, John says, sorry, looks like it's Italeri.
Italeri. Isn't that what we said?
Italeri.
That's what we were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Italeri. Not Italieri. Italeri. Okay.
Oh, here, Lex says, I did tell Nick that I found the postcard and that Lainey and Susan said I should give it to him. So that's where where the confusion.
I should learn to listen, shouldn't I, Lex? So it's from Lex. Lex found it. Susan and Lainey said, "Oh, give that to Nick."
That's where the confusion.
Okay.
Was.
There's a few postcards. These are up your street, Susan, obviously. Oh, that's quite nice. Little village one. Alderley Church. Cheshire. Anyone from near Alderley in Cheshire? It's quite a nice village scene.
I'm sure I went to see it after It's a Knockout thing.
I remember that It's a Knockout.
Yeah, I remember Prince Andrew doing that, didn't he? Or was it Prince Edward? One or the other.
Now these. No, did we work out they were hand signs? Oh, they're definitely different. The spinners. I'm sure somebody looked them up the other night, and they're worth £2 or £3. So, unfortunately, not masses of value, but they are signed by the whole band.
Lainey says, "LOL, Susan was wanting you to have it more."
It made us laugh a lot, so thank you, Lex, and others. Yeah, 2 of those. And signed little cards. I guess these were the sort of things that if you could write to the fan club and get a signed,
Probably, but they're actually
signed
signed. It's
photo.
not like a printed.
No, they're hand signed.
signature.
Yeah. They're all slightly different when you look at them, and they're in different colours as well. But they are, if you see, look at Cliff for example. The C's on the cliff are totally different, and if you get it in the light, you can see the indentations because they're done with like ballpoint pens.
Question there from Sharon.
What? Hi Sharon, how much is that purple thing with the weird lips on the shelf behind you? You know you love it, Sharon. See, she wants me to grab it now. She's saying, Nick, what does it say?
And Lainey says, no, Sharon.
Do you want it to sing? It's enough of that. Does it stop?
What have you started? What have you started?
Sharon.
Kimmy Kitty wants to know how I felt about going to the boot sale today. Not too bad because it wasn't really busy. Yeah. I mean, we're both double jabbed now, so, you know.
Did you feel all right there, though?
Oh, I felt all right there, yeah.
It wasn't.
I think the one that we go to regularly that's near us gets quite busy, and that does make me a little bit. But, you know.
It wasn't super busy. Although it was kind of an indoor one, there were massive barns, so we weren't all crammed in a little room sort of thing. You know, it was basically like being outside, wasn't it, in those barns? Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't too busy at all.
I didn't even think about the whole COVID thing while I was there. Didn't give it a second thought, I'll be honest.
Well, it sticks with me, so it crosses my mind all the time. But, you know, I'm really trying just to live at the moment because life is for living, not sitting at home, stuck in my house, not living it. So
Gadget Man says, Nick, please tell us the full story about Nick Berry. There's no real story. I was chatting with Lainey, Susan and Sharon, maybe Ian as well, going through the songs on Neil does a show, Channel Nem, about the Now albums, and we were looking through all the tracks that were going to be on the next show, and Nick Berry's Every Loser Wins came up, and I expressed how much I disliked the song, and it's turned into how much I can't stand Nick Berry, and it's become a thing now. It's become a thing, like how much Lainey loves Cliff Richard. That's become a thing as well.
Yeah, I know.
Her undying love for Cliff.
Undying love for Cliff. Please don't, Stephen, because I do know the facts, but I'm really trying to manage my anxiety in a measured way.
Okay, so the only other stuff was just more figures, so we won't perhaps show all of those because they're very samey, but we did buy a load of other stuff at the boot sale.
Lex says, and how much Susan loves my feet.
She does. She's always telling me. I wish Lex would send me more pictures of feet, particularly her own. What's that? Okay. Things I did buy at boot sale.
Susan says, surely you can't hate Nick Berry as much as Lainey loves Cliff.
Nothing
is that intense.
Nothing tops Lainey's love for Cliff Richard. You know, if you ever want to send Lainey a gift, send her something with Cliff Richard on it. She's going to kill me. So a bunch of Kenwood Spares. This one is new with a tag. So it's a kind of version of the K-Beta. So that's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of a rubbery one. Normally they're just steel. Yeah. And why is that spinning independent? Oh, no, it just wasn't screwed up tight. Two little ball whisks. They're nice. So these are for your Kenwood chef, mixers.
Where did these come from?
Dough hook, boot sale.
Oh, I saw you pick up the discs and stuff. I didn't see.
No, this was from the fill a bag stall where we didn't fill a bag.
Oh right, yeah, because you went back because you were umming and ahhing about them.
No, I bought these straight away. I ummed and ahed about the heart monitor.
I was obviously looking at something else.
Andrea was right there when I bought these.
I think I was looking at something else because I did buy myself a little willow angel.
Yeah, and that was I purchased them with these.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was too engrossed in my willow angel.
your little figurine and these was a £5 all in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Memory like a sieve. So a dough hook. These look unused. If you look on the steel there, just no marks and good money in these. Here's what I've sold many, many times, the traditional K-hook. Like dough hook thing, and bit of a bendy dough hook thing.
Oh,
yeah. So they're cool. It was a bit of a Kenwood morning because I'd picked up on a different stall a load of. It was odd because what?
Lady says, "I'd love you all to chuck your Cliffs in the bin." I like Cliff Richard though, and that is serious. I do like Cliff Richard.
Lainey's only messing. She's a big fan. Just remember that. Yeah, a completely different stall. A guy had just loads of Kenwood parts. There were no base units. There were no motors, were there?
Needs a good old clean.
This needs a proper clean. Look how filthy this is. That's sat on the top of someone's kitchen cupboard for like 30 years. Little blender jug. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. 50 pence. And a more modern fitting
and slightly cleaner
little mill looks never used. Little mill jar. These go well.
Yeah.
Can't actually undo it.
No.
I'm going the wrong way.
Oh.
So look at that fresh blade in there. Never used.
Lainey loves Cliff Richard as much as you hate Depeche Mode.
Who said that? Oh, Lainey. 50p for 3. I've sold this exact set recently. These are the rotating blades that sit in the top of the bowl, and then you feed your cucumbers and that down the spout. Grater, slicer, and there's another one.
So Daniel says spice grinder.
For the meal thing, yeah. Yep. Here's the other one. These things are lethal.
Careful with your fingers.
If you do ever pick these up, honestly, be super careful.
Yeah, Julie just says, mind you don't cut yourself.
Oh yeah, I have caught my fingertip on one of these before. You don't do it again. They are razor sharp. So be careful if you're rummaging around in a box full of Kenwood Spares. The first thing I picked up, we went up to a house clearance guy. I think we were with Heather at that point in time, and I spotted and quickly grabbed this little 1980s beat box. Or what now?
What? I don't know.
Double cassette player and radio. It's a Sharp, so a fairly good brand. Don't know what value it has, but at £5, I'll grab that all day long. I do like selling these. I had a very similar one, but I had a cheapy Dixon's own brand Seisho job.
Yeah.
But it was just like
I had a Panasonic one.
You had a posh one then. Panasonic, yeah. Get you. Ooh. So I didn't check. These used to have a battery compartment as well. Let's see. Oh no, that's all right. Hasn't been left with batteries in since the 80s. So that's all clean. Shall we plug this one in, see if it...
Deb says we call them boom boxes here in the US.
Yes, we use the same term. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you call it?
I don't know. Did I call it anything? Double cassette player.
I think you called it something.
Right, let's see if it fires up. Amuse yourselves for a second.
Jack says, was it a big boot sale, many stalls? Not as big as I think it can be sometimes. Lainey says, I do admit to liking Summer Holiday.
Oh, don't play it down, Lainey. We know how much you love him. Oh, I can hear the radio.
Oh, lots of static.
Where's the tuner? Not that we'll find anything.
No, because it's not on digital.
No, but that's working.
Oh, there's something there.
Okay, radio's functioning. Function.
Neil
Tape.
says you're going to be getting your vinyl flooring out to do your back spins with your boombox.
There's a tape in it. Now, let's see.
Ghetto Blaster, yes.
Ghetto Blaster?
Steve, yes, Ghetto Blaster. And Helen said the same.
Look what it's got in here.
Oh, what is that?
What is that? It's a cassette. I know it's a cassette.
It's Russian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, the common fault with these is that the belts, the drive belts for the cassette players very often have perished. So.
Yeah, I've no idea what that is. It's all in Russian.
Right, pop it in there.
I think it's Russian anyway. It looks Russian.
Pop it in there and we'll see if it plays.
Is it going that way?
Yeah. Oh, it's at the end.
Oh, I put it the wrong side.
Flip it over. There'll be a delay because it's right at the beginning.
I hope it's not too loud.
Bear with.
Nick Berry's greatest
hits. Is it spinning? Oh, it's spinning. The belt's working.
Nick Berry's greatest hits, Adrian says.
Yeah. Every loser. Oh, God, no.
Oh, that sounds really loud. That sounds too loud.
Russian folk music. Let's just quickly see if deck 2 is working. Do I have to switch it back?
Very good.
There we go.
Very good. Wow.
It's always a
Top
bit
of the Russian pops, maybe it is.
Top of the Russian pops, yeah, indeed. It's always a gamble buying electronics, so you do need to get them cheap because a lot of them will be failures, and we've had many over the years. But £5 for that working seems to be a good buy.
No, Dave, this is Neil, and I'm Angela.
Is this the English Nick and Andrea or the other two? Okay. Same stool. I've bought and sold similar ones quite a few times. Wooden ended vintage Roberts radio. Cool. So let's have a quick look.
Are any spanners around? I can't see the other chat, so I don't know if anyone's spannering. Somebody needs to spanner.
Is anyone spannering? Well, what's going on? Is someone being daft?
Yeah.
Yeah, this I will have to. I keep in stock a big square battery. I think I've still got one. I think there's one up there somewhere, so we'll give that a test. Look inside there. How cool is that?
Oh, wow.
So that was the same guy. First thing I bought was that boombox and this radio. But I've just managed to pull this off the base.
Really good reply.
This little stand allows it to rotate, but it needs gluing back in. But that's an easy fix. Yeah, so that was cool. My electronics fix for the day. Oh, I found some CDs, didn't I? I may struggle to sell these.
You got very excited just then. Oh, yeah.
Now, this isn't... I bought this when it first came out in a card digipack, but I don't have my original copy. I must have got rid of it at some point. Why, I don't know. This is Creep, but it's an import, so I assume is it a US import? Let's have a look.
It's got JFK on the front.
EMI Records UK 93. Parlophone. No, it's UK. This isn't an import. It's the reissue. It's not the first edition
This is important
in a card
unless it's in a
sleeve.
different case.
I think the case has been swapped because this is EMI UK there. Look.
No, sorry, Stu, I didn't have any jugs today. I had a lot of glassware.
There's Radiohead when they were young 90s upstarts. And there's Creep. There is Just. So we move on from Pablo Honey, their first album, to the Bends. Love that. And possibly my favourite Radiohead track, or one of. It's really hard to pick. But this is Street Spirit Fade Out.
Say that is a good song.
Amazing track.
There's not going to be any jugs. And I didn't buy any jugs this week.
3 for £1. I think I might keep them. We'll see how it goes.
You're allowed to keep things that we buy.
I know. Oh, this is what I went back for. I was umming and ahhing.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've sold similar things, but they wanted 5 and I got it for 3. I was happy at 3.
Yeah.
So Lloyd's,
we keep getting texts from our doctors saying that they want our blood pressure, and I think, well, as we can't see a doctor right now,
mine as well.
Yeah, you had a text from them as well. I've had 2 now. I think, well, how do you expect us to give you our blood pressure measurement, or whatever you want to call it? But now we can.
I don't want to keep it.
No, we don't want to keep it, but we can still use it and give them.
Use it and then sell it.
Yeah.
It's got its little cover still on here. Ta-da! Shiny and new underneath. Anyway, so blood pressure monitor and 2 cuffs. So the bit that goes around your arm and then it pumps up. So 2 cuffs. It's very obviously used. It doesn't look dirty or anything. So,
I know.
Hospital noises. Yeah. Anyway, £3 for that. I don't think there's much in it. £15-20 at a guess. I've sold these before. So there we go. This was from Fill a Bag Guy. Carla and Josh's favourite.
Yeah. It wasn't Fill a Bag though.
No, we didn't fill a bag. We just picked a couple of bits off the main stall. It does have the instructions in, which is always a helpful selling point. Apart from that, I bought some Nerf and a few like Boppets and things, you know, standard boot sale fare.
Uh-oh.
It's not loaded.
Yeah. Our doctors, we still can't, Mike. Our doctors have been very awkward the whole way through, to be honest with you. I can't even phone them. I'm not even allowed to phone them. We have to send them an email and wait for a day for a reply.
Was Neil in? Lainey was saying about... I can't see Neil in there.
Yeah,
yes.
He is. Yeah, he was there.
Oh, hi Neil, if you're in.
Yeah.
Yes, Radiohead, one of my favourite bands of all time. I go through phases where I obsess over them and listen to nothing else for weeks on end. Yeah,
you go through periods of obsessing over a band or an artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what Stall's talking about there.
About the monitors. Maybe they got admitted to A&E before they could use it.
Oh, right. I thought he was talking about himself. Right, there was something in that crate that you picked up, the duvet thing.
Oh no, that was what a Carla gave me.
Oh, that came from Carla's. Yes, it did. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, it's a really lovely vintage embroidered blanket.
Yeah, duck. It wasn't loaded.
Looks like that.
Oh yeah, you really liked this,
Yeah,
didn't you?
it's gorgeous.
It needs some repair, I think.
Yeah, I think
Carla
it
would say.
does. Yeah.
So it's been.
Yeah.
So is this like a homemade thing?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's really lovely. Oh, cha-ching.
We're ka-chinging.
A pollen filter.
A car part? I've sold a car part. I celebrate every time I sell a car part now. I just want a shot of the last few.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So somebody would have cut up various bits of material, you think, and just
beautifully done.
They're like little scallops. Would you call them?
So you'd call it a bedspread, wouldn't you? Really? It's a bedspread.
Okay.
Patchwork quilt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's got yellow patterns running through it. Yeah. So is that a double? Big?
I don't think it is a double. I think it's a single.
Oh no, it is a single.
Yeah.
There's the width of it.
Oh, thank you, Leanne. Says that patchwork design quilt pattern is called clamshell.
Clamshell, right? Okay.
Not all of everything we've shown, but some of it has. That did.
Yeah, the figures and that and a few other bits and bobs.
Yeah, and the trug.
I'm just shutting the line.
Oh, okay. Sharky says, I blame Nick and Andrea for mentioning First Aid Kit, the band. I'm addicted.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
They are so talented. Yeah. If you've never checked out First Aid Kit, two sisters, now I get this wrong. Are they Swedish?
They're definitely Scandinavian.
Scandinavian, we'll say
description.
that. Yeah, I have their albums. I think they've had 4 albums now, is it? I want to say. Yeah. Amazing. We saw them live 2 years ago up in London, and was one of my all-time favorite gigs. And I've been to a lot of gigs and loved that. We both really enjoyed that, didn't we? It was so cool. Yeah, so good.
It was a really good gig. I was going to read something. Oh yeah, Elaine said that could make a cool wall hanging. It could do.
Possibly, yeah.
We have a lot of wonderful goodies. We do.
What was Rich saying there? Just go back a little bit. Oh, Lane has sent Rich a card.
No, Leanne.
Oh, so Leanne. Okay, wonderful. That's so kind. Yeah, I spoke to Rich briefly the other day. Sending you all the best, mate.
Yeah, so you mentioned them a couple of years ago.
Yes.
You went to see them. They're amazing.
Yeah, that was.
We did.
That was.
We did a little vlog, didn't we? Is there a vlog on our channel?
We did put a couple of videos out about that. I filmed a little clip and put it out separately. Clara was talking about something she was really passionate about at the gig, women's rights, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I made a separate little clip of that, and then I think I did a vlog of the day. Yeah. But that was when they released Ruins, their last album. I think they're due for more material or another album shortly. Yeah. And Churches have got new material out now.
And they're touring, but I don't know if you want to see them again.
I don't know. We'll see.
Jennifer R, lovely comment from Jennifer, says, Nick and Andrea, the most cheery couple I've seen. You share so much fun together. Beautiful. Love Depeche Mode, if that means anything.
That means everything. Jennifer's my new favourite.
Absolutely can't wait until Depeche Mode are touring again.
Thank you. That's a lovely comment. Yeah, you see the best of us, though. We don't film when we're grumpy and tired. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's great to know that you're a DM fan.
I don't think we're grumpy and tired as much these days. I think we're all right, aren't we?
Yeah. Just keeping it real. We're not this cheery all the time.
Well,
is what I'm saying.
Who is? I mean,
nobody is.
Nobody's like cheery all the
time. Yeah. So great to know you're a DM fan. There's a few of us about. They haven't really said they're releasing new material, but people are starting to talk about DM again. And you were saying they've been mentioned on the radio a few times recently. And
I feel like something's brewing.
I think their PR department is starting to gear up for an announcement of, hopefully, touch wood, an album and a tour. I'm scared to think that it might be their last. I mean, they're in their 60s now. Are they all in their 60s? I think so.
Late 50s, if not.
So we will go and see them live if they tour again.
Yeah.
We saw them twice on the last tour. A bit of overkill. but it was great.
Elaine says, I love the song that First Aid Kit did about Emmylou Harris.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What's that track? Terrible with track names.
Yeah, I was a little bit grumpy this morning. I had to wait nearly an hour for my vegan sausages. They kept forgetting me. Everyone else was having breakfast.
Josh
and I was
went
hangry.
Josh went and sorted it out for
Josh
us.
Josh was lovely. Went and
Yeah.
and then they bought out a ton of food. So I was absolutely stuffed just to make up for it. Yeah.
Oh, BC Eagle Deb has 2 concerts coming up. Awesome. Who are you going to see? Dropkick Murphys in Worcester in August and Genesis in Boston in December. I'd love to see DM2. Saw them in Philly on the Violator tour. Wow. Yeah, I saw them at Wembley on the World Violation Tour, 1990, which is to this day my favourite gig I've ever been to. And my first gig I ever went to, what a first gig that was. We saw Genesis back in, when was that? 2005 or so?
I think it was 2007. It was after my heart surgery, wasn't it?
And we saw them in Twickenham Stadium, huge venue. Yeah, that was a good gig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Josh says, I knew a man who could help. He did. And he did. Yeah,
he was lovely.
He didn't even, he was very nice. Everyone else had to go up and get their food, and he was like, I'll go and get it for you. So I got waited on as well.
I think he got wind that you might have been peed off about the sausage situation.
As I said, I was hangry.
Well, we went in and Andrea said, I'm a vegan. Can you? And he said, oh, it's okay. I'll get some vegan sausages cooking for you now, and we'll bring them over. Yeah. And it was like
45 minutes later, we were still sat there. So I went up to the buffet, or what's the word for it?
Yep, that's the word.
Anyway, and he said, oh, I'll go and check for you. I went out to the kitchen. He goes, they've just started cooking them now. Hey, everyone else has nearly finished their breakfast, and I am very hungry.
The joys.
And also, they were running out of things. They'd already run out of mushrooms, and I was really worried they were just going to run out of all the beans and all the tomatoes, and I'd have had nothing to eat apart from sausages. But then, then he bought 3 sausages out, even though I only ordered 2, and then went and got me some stuff from the kitchen. So that's lovely.
Thanks, Josh.
It was good service in the end, but yeah.
Hi, Leanne. Sepultura on the 24th of November, 4th time. Wow. Heavy stuff.
We're going to see Erasure.
We're going to see Erasure is that November?
October.
I keep forgetting when. I don't think you could get more different gigs. Sepultura and Erasure. We're going to have the campest night of our life, and you'll be rocking hard. It's going to be good, though. I've never seen Erasure. I've been a fan since 87, 88, around the time of The Innocents. Never seen them. Okay. What else have we got going on? I think we shared all we're going to share.
Yeah. It's only 9:30. Blimey. That's gone quick.
Wow. Yeah, if you get the chance, they are an amazing band live. I'm biased, but I mean, just go online and read reviews about DM Live. They really put on a show.
Yeah. Was he called Toby? I don't know. Ask Josh. I don't think he was called Toby.
I don't know what his name was.
He should have been though, shouldn't he? Oh, here we go. 59.
Oh right. Okay. I was close then. I knew they were around that mark. Hi, Cliff. Cliff sent me a package, but that would have been the note that came to the door that they're going to redeliver.
Okay, Ginny loves Erasure.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. Ian and Ree, REM Monster Tour, Metallica back in the 80s, Damage Tour were great gigs in Cardiff.
Wow, I never saw REM live. Been a huge fan again since the very early 90s for me with REM, but I didn't catch them live.
Mike says, I went to a party yesterday. I had 2 cocktail sausages where my brother-in-law had 2 very large vegan sausages. Yeah, see, sometimes it pays to be vegan. His name was Dennis. There we go.
Dennis.
It's Toby on the weekend.
Yes, Brian Cox was in the band D
He
Ream.
was, yeah.
Was he the keyboard player?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Bye, Deb, if you haven't already gone.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks for watching.
Oh, she met REM on work tour in Philly. Nice people.
Wow. I'd love to meet. I'd love to sit down and chat with Michael Stipe. Such a humble, intelligent, talented man. Amazing.
Stephen got propositioned by Vince in the men's loos at a club in Brighton.
Vince is a straight guy. I don't know what the proposition was, though.
No, well, that's true.
Yeah, he's married with children. So I don't know. Whereas Andy, maybe you're thinking Andy, I don't know. Andy's very outwardly, openly gay. Interesting story. You'll have to tell me that one sometime.
Yeah.
Yes, Erasure toured with Robbie Williams recently. Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Supporting Robbie Williams.
The Pet Shop Boys supported Robbie as well at one point, didn't they?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Robbie and Pet Shop Boys go back a long way.
That feels back to front to me, to be fair.
Well,
So them supporting Robbie just feels back to front.
well, at that, and 3 or 4 years ago, Robbie's profile was here. Erasures these days is here, so that does make sense. To be fair,
Don't like it though.
saw Erasure as they were support for Robbie Williams. They were great, even though I'm not actually a fan. I think a lot of people, if they saw Erasure or heard their best of or something, you'd be like, I don't really know any Erasure songs. And you'd listen and you'd go, oh, they did that. Oh, yeah, they did that. And you'd remind yourself how amazing they are as songwriters.
No, it was Vince. Well, we need to hear more about this, Stephen. We really do.
Yeah.
Hello, Paige.
Hello, Nick and Andrea. Can you say hello to Paige? Of course we can. Of course we can. Hi, Paige.
Hi, Paige. I'm not even going to attempt to read out your name, but this is
Random SH1T.
1471. Or shall we say RS1471? There we go. One band I wish I could go and see are Oasis, but yeah, that's never happening. Well, never say never.
Never say never, but Noel is adamant that Liam took it too far and that he's not mending bridges. I was lucky enough to see Oasis in '96, just before we got together.
I didn't see them.
I was there at Nebworth on the Sunday, I think it was. They did Saturday and Sunday Nebworth gigs. Actually, that's right up there with gigs for me. I have only seen elastic bands. Oh, I was reading Elastica. I loved Elastica for their one great album, the follow-up.
Well, look, Lex was at Nebworth on the Saturday.
Oh, what a lineup they had over the weekend.
Yeah. I didn't see them at Nebworth, but we drove through Stevenage where people were all walking towards Nebworth because we were on our way to see my dad's parents on that day.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the window thinking, I wish I was there. I wish I was going to see Oasis.
Well, a bunch of my art college friends came and stayed at our house. I think we had 4 or 5 people sleeping on our floor. So that was our base. And then another, 10 people from the village that were friends were going. So we walked down because where I used to live in Datchworth is the next village along from Nebworth. And we walked because it was chaos everywhere for miles around. Every side of the road, every bit of spare land was just full of cars. It was like bonkers chaos. So we walked. It was about 4 mile walk or something.
We walked when we went to Nebworth to see Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, we did walk. We parked fairly near, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we parked in the retail park about a mile away and walked to see the Chili's.
Yeah.
which to this day is the most
No, hang on, 'cause
disappointing
I'm
gig.
sure that your mum picked us up, didn't she?
Oh, well, we dropped off then. I think we were
were.
dropped off in Roy and Meg
Yeah.
or somewhere near in the retail park.
Yeah, and then I'm
Okay.
fairly sure your mum came and picked us up.
But yeah, talking about gigs as we were on and off tonight, Red Hot Chili Peppers at Nebworth about, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
I was
the
so
most
excited
disappointing.
to see them, and yeah, was left feeling very cold, very wet, and very flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what had happened. Maybe the band were having an off day, but their heart wasn't in it.
No.
No.
Totally wasn't. Yeah. Oh, no. It's Amy's first time catching us live.
Hi, Amy. Good to see you. See, Lex says Chili Peppers at Hyde Park was one of my most disappointing too. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just not that great live.
Maybe.
I wouldn't choose to go and see them again. I still love their music, but I wouldn't see them live again.
Oh, I posted you a DM. That's not what I was trying to click on. Hold on. Sorry, Elaine. Hold on. I posted you a DM post in the YouTube friends group.
Oh, I think I saw that. When I was flicking through when we were driving home today.
I haven't been in there.
I
haven't been in there this weekend. That's the only group I'm in. I left all of the Facebook groups because it was too much, but I'm in a little friends group now, which is cool. My dad, this is Neil. My dad saw the Rolling Stones in 1965 in Sunderland when they were still an up-and-coming band.
Wow.
When my parents were kind of courting as they would call it in the 60s, the Stones, along with the Beatles and the bands that went on to be world-changing bands, would tour around the dance halls. And my parents saw the Rolling Stones, I think, at Luton Dance Hall, Stevenage Dance Hall, which is now a bingo place. But nobody was there to watch the bands. They were the background music.
Yeah.
And everyone would ballroom dance and do whatever dancing was in. But yeah, then there'd just be random bands like the Rolling Stones and whoever from the day that were up and coming. So yeah, my parents have seen the Stones, and I'm not sure about the Beatles, but definitely the Stones, I think. Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? They're still going. How is that still happening?
Well, I saw on Ronnie Wood's Instagram, I think yesterday, that they're doing some shows in America next month. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Ron, hi Ron, good to see you. Ron walked out of the Stone Roses at Ali Pali. It was awful. Really? Yeah, them live, they get very mixed reviews, shall we say. Ian Brown live is
Oh.
yeah. Saw Ocean Colour Scene, excellent, in 2016. We saw an acoustic Ocean Colour Scene set. It was just the lead singer and the drummer. So lead singer on acoustic guitar and their drummer played a really good set, actually. Where were we then?
It was Reload Festival.
Reload Festival, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Linda saw Hendrix at Worthing. Wow.
Saw Hendrix at Worthing. That's awesome.
Joe saw DM at Leeds Uni in 81 or 82.
That's early.
Wow.
That would have been touring their first album then, I guess.
Cool.
Or it could have been the Broken Frame tour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the, I think it was the 82 tour, they played Hitchin.
Yeah. Played the Regal, didn't they?
I think it was the first gig of the tour. Yeah, in the Regal Theatre, which is now like a solicitor's offices or something.
Sadly.
Yeah, it was a cinema. I think it was a dance hall, then a cinema, and now it's been knocked down in its offices, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's 9:30. I think we need to let these lovely people enjoy their Sunday nights.
Yes, we're going to wrap up.
Or Sunday day, wherever you are in the world.
Oh, I've got a tickly throat, all this dust. Hold on.
Yeah.
I will catch up in the chat and read the last few comments and we'll go. Wow, Michael, I would have, oh my God, if I could go back and see Blondie, you know, at their prime, 79, imagine that. Imagine seeing Blondie in New York.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
In the late 70s or early 80s.
I don't think they're as good live now. I think they're a bit past their prime, but
oh, they're way past their prime. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably go and see them if they toured.
Yeah, if it's given the opportunity, I would, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way.
Joanne saw Meatloaf and Duran Duran at Wembley.
I said
on the same bill.
I said that Duran Duran's on my bucket list to see live. I'd like to see them live.
Yeah, I like Duran Duran. I like certain periods of Duran Duran.
I like lots of periods of Duran Duran.
Yeah,
the new stuff's good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's separate.
Yeah,
or maybe one was supporting the other.
But that seems like a strange combination somehow.
There could have been one, could have been support. I don't know. Saw the Stones in the late 80s on the Steel Wheels tour. Excellent musicians, great show, cool. I saw the Beatles at Finsbury Park, Astoria in the 60s. Wow, that's it. I think you take the most amazing gig there. Can you imagine? Wow. Just quickly. Cliff, Ian Brown was supporting Embrace. He was awful then, just seemed to shout, and I went to the bar while it was on. Yeah, I've heard this. I'm a big Stone Roses and Ian Brown fan. I have all of Ian Brown's solo stuff. Recorded, he's great, but I have heard that live it's a bit disappointing.
May saw the Stones at Nebworth. They were about an hour and a half late.
Stones at Nebworth. Wow. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to catch up.
Stu saw Van Halen in 92. Now, that might have been when No, it was a bit later. They were supporting Bon Jovi, weirdly.
Didn't you see them in 95?
Yeah.
Or 6?
Oh, no. It was either 94 or 95 I saw them at Wembley, and they were supporting Bon Jovi.
I can imagine Scissor Sisters being amazing. Can you imagine that? Yeah. I bet that was good. Animatronic is now a Radio 2 DJ. Or is she Radio 1?
Radio 2.
Radio 2. Yeah. Right, let's try and get to the end of the chat. Have a good night. Thank you, Mark. I do have a Jumble Trail video to edit, and then we tried to vlog over this weekend, but it's just finding time to edit, but they will be out. Sister went to see Shawadi Wadi. Okay. Went to UEA to see Twisted Sister. Wow. 84-85. Dee Snider was an hour late, stumbled on stage drunk, slurred half a song, and walked off.
Oh dear.
Riot time. Thanks. Good night. Dire Straits at Woburn. Awesome. Good night, Julie. Good night, Ian. I'm trying to get to the end of the chat. Oh, it's just jumped.
Yeah. People
are still sharing their. No, I've never seen Blur.
Oh wow. Stephen saw Wham's final concert. Oh man, I've never seen Wham live or George.
Stood near George's mum.
Yeah. That's the icing on the cake, isn't it? But I'd love to have seen George or Wham live or both. Oh yeah, at Old Trafford. There we are. Yeah, R.I.P. George. Gone too soon. Okay, we're going to wrap up there. I'm kind of at the bottom. Yeah. Let's just read Richard's comment quick. My stepdaughter's boyfriend has just been signed to Watford's first team, so might get to meet Elton John. Yeah, is he still chairman of Watford? A very quick story about that. I used to be part of a majorette troupe, and we did the half-time show at Watford, and did our show, came back, to meet all of our parents and whatever who are waiting for us in the stands. And my mum and my nan went, just met Elton John. We're like, what? Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Yeah. Oh, Cliff Mannix, Bristol Town Hall. That sounds like it would have been early days then. Was Richie there? Prince, oh my God. Can you imagine? I never saw him live either. I wish I had. Yeah. Thanks, Paula. Yeah, we're going. Long goodbyes, you know us. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And thanks to Carla for hosting. And we had a great weekend. Good to catch up with everybody.
Have you got any words of wisdom?
No.
No.
I don't know. Enjoy life. There you go. That's my words of wisdom.
Enjoy
this week.
life.
Enjoy
there you
life.
go. Right. Excellent. Thanks for being here. Take care. We'll try and get some content out during the week. We will see you here next Sunday. Yeah.
Yes.
Have we got any jumble trails next weekend?
Yes.
Yes.
On Saturday, and we've also got Erin staying with us over the weekend. So.
We have one of the twins staying. So
not Iris from last time, but Erin.
Erin. So I'll try and get Erin on a live stream. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah. Have a good week, everyone.
Ta-ra.